Countdown to showtime. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Surge, a powerful movement forward.
Since 1929, Georgia FFA members have been surging towards new heights.
By turning our passions into power, we are able to make an electric impact on our homes,
schools,
communities,
and this world.
And now more than ever,
we must surge together.
Together, we can make a positive difference in the lives of those around us.
Together, we can be the next generation of leaders
that will change the world.
Together, we surge.
We got the power! Yeah! Let's go now! We got the power! Touch the lightning! Come on now, we got the power! Woo! We got the power!
Georgia FFA State Officer Team!
The convention hall will come to order. We are now holding the third session of the Georgia FFA Convention. Madam Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they are at their stations, and report back to you, Mr. President. The Sentinel.
stationed by the door.
Your duty's there.
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all times and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the president in maintaining order.
The reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America. So I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to the Virgin Islands and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The treasurer.
Stationed at the emblem of Washington.
Your duty's there.
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build up our financial standings through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The secretary.
Stationed by the ear of corn.
Your duties there.
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why stationed by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I am asked to advise you from time to time as the need arises. I hope that my advice will always be based on true knowledge and ripen with wisdom. Madam Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is the symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is a token of a new era in agriculture. If we will follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Mr. President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. The Secretary will call the roll of members.
I am pleased to announce that there are 5,430 members, advisors, and guests registered for the third general session of the 94th Georgia FFA State Convention. Mr. President.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here? To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA member should possess. May we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this third session of the Georgia FFA Convention duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matter which may properly be presented. When our Session 3 chair isn't cheering on the dogs on game day in Athens, you can be sure to find her at your nearest Dunkin'. And if you're ever up for a spontaneous trip to the beach, then look no further, because this next girl's gonna be riding shotgun on her way to catch a beach sunrise. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming the proud Bulldog herself, your Central Region State Vice President and our chair of Session 3, Allie Wayne from the Locust Grove FFA chapter.
In 1929, an author named Joanne Kathleen Rowling brought to us the wonderful wizarding world of Harry Potter. With an imagination like no other, she captured the eyes and hearts of billions worldwide. Her stories followed the lives of three young wizards, Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, and Hermione Granger, as they studied at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Whether they were taking the wrong quarter to class at Hogwarts, in Hogsmeade buying some sweet treats at Honeydukes, or scrolling down the London streets of Diagon Alley, they always found ways to find a new adventure. Now, every hero has its villain, and these three had their fair share. Thankfully, they had Hermione's smarts, Ron's loyalty, and Harry's bravery to support them in their fight against the evil Voldemort, who I can solemnly swear was up to no good. Just like her stories following Harry, Ron, and Hermione in their journey through Hogwarts, this morning we are going to recognize some outstanding FFA members in the middle of their FFA journey. Today, we are going to get our first look at the 2022 state officer candidates as they step up to the pitch. We're also going to meet some remarkable middle school record book award recipients and career development event champions. On top of that, we are going to see which proficiency finalists will be taking the House Cup and which FFA members will be attending their own Hogwarts on an FFA scholarship. And to make this session even better, we are going to hear some captivating FFA talent and the retiring address of your South Region State Vice President, Aaron Allison. Now, it sure looks like we have a lot of magical things to see, so let's hop on our broomsticks and get ready to soar into the third session of the 94th Georgia State FFA Convention!
We got the power! Yeah! Let's go now! We got the power! Touch the lightning! Come on now, we got the power! Woo! We got the power!
My favorite part of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone is getting to experience Hogwarts for the first time through Harry as he enters the Great Hall. Gazing at the star-covered ceiling filled with levitating candles, Harry and the other new students are in awe as they are led down the aisles to be sorted into the 4 wizarding houses. The wise Ravenclaws, the loyal Hufflepuffs, the brave Gryffindors, and the cunning Slytherins. The nerves of each young wizard were high as their names were called to the front. Watching the scene, we get to experience Harry's anxious emotions as he finds out where the Sorting Hat will decide where he will carry out the rest of his time at Hogwarts. Just like Harry and these eager first-year wizards, our next group is hoping to be sorted into their own house by serving you as an FFA state officer next year. Each possesses the ambition, hard work, intelligence, and desire to serve others. These brilliant FFA members have completed an application, taken a test, and gone through multiple rounds of interviews to walk on this stage. Tomorrow, during the 6th session, we will hear the names of 8 of these members, which will be called to serve you as your newly elected state officer team. Please join me in welcoming to the stage your 2022 state officer candidates.
Good morning, Georgia FFA. My name is Colleen Barber, proudly serving the Ware County FFA chapter.
What's up, Georgia FFA? I'm Jack Lingenfelter, proudly representing the Coffee High FFA chapter.
Good morning, Georgia FFA. I'm Brent Miller, proudly serving the Bainbridge FFA chapter.
Georgia FFA, I'm Luke Nichols and I proudly represent the Berrien County High FFA chapter.
What is up, Georgia FFA? My name is Gracie Bonanto, and I am proudly representing the Northside FFA chapter.
Good morning, Georgia FFA. My name is Jacob Beard, and I'm proudly representing the Troop High FFA chapter.
What's up, Georgia FFA? My name is Sim Dees, and I'm proudly representing the Peach County FFA chapter.
What's up, Georgia FFA? I am Haley Montgomery, and I am proudly representing the West Lawrence High School FFA chapter.
Good morning, Georgia FFA. I am Sean Murphy, proudly representing the GSIC FFA chapter.
Good morning. I'm Joey Blackstock from the Jefferson City FFA chapter.
What's up, y'all? My name is Derek Brown, and I'm proud to represent Cedar Shoals FFA.
Good morning. I'm Bethany Champion, proudly representing the Sonorville FFA chapter.
What's up, Georgia FFA? My name is Jesse Cronick, and I am proudly representing the Jackson Empower FFA chapter.
Hey, Georgia FFA, my name is Carrie Cowan, and I'm proudly representing the Stevens County High School FFA chapter.
Good morning, Georgia FFA. I'm Emma Grace McConnell, and I proudly represent the Union County FFA chapter.
Good morning, Georgia FFA. I'm Lexi Pritchard.
Richard, proudly representing the Oconee County High FFA chapter.
Good morning, Georgia FFA. My name is Chloe Pulliam, and I am proudly representing the Franklin County High FFA chapter. Good morning, Georgia FFA. My name is Sydney Rooks, proudly representing the Cambridge FFA chapter.
Thank you to all of our state officer candidates. We know this has been a magical journey for all of you, and your contributions to serve Georgia FFA have not gone unnoticed. In this next session, we will find out the nomination committee report and see which of these FFA members will be one step closer to serving you as your newly elected state officer team. One of the most captivating movies in the Harry Potter series is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. During this film, Harry and 3 other very talented wizards go head-to-head in a race for gold and glory as they represent their school in the Tri-Wizard Tournament. These competitors had to rescue their friends from the deep black lake, retrieve a golden egg from a dragon, and get the Goblet of Fire from the endless maze. Each competitor studied their areas and trained vigorously to complete every trial. It was not an easy task, but they worked hard to be named the Tri-Wizard Champion. Now, thank goodness we aren't having to slay dragons, but these career development events are not an easy task. Our FFA members have studied hard and trained tirelessly to participate in their chosen CDEs. They have put in the hours before school and the late nights after to be successful in their chosen competitions. These CDEs and LDEs range from agricultural communications to farm business management. And the talent of these individuals are what some might even call magical. Each competition challenges the competitors to think critically, communicate clearly, and perform effectively in their respective competitions. And now, the champion of each of these will go on to the national level to represent the state of Georgia at the 95th National FFA Convention. Let's meet our CDE LDE winners.
In CDE team recognition this morning, the second and third place teams will each receive a plaque, and our state winning teams will receive a plaque and $2,000 travel money to attend the 95th National FFA Convention this October in Indianapolis. The advisor of our state winning team will also receive a $100 cash award. For individual recognition, third place individuals will receive a plaque and $25. Our second place individuals will receive a plaque and $50, and our high scoring individuals will each receive a plaque and $100. In the area of agricultural communications, the CDE is sponsored on the national level by the Osborne Bar and Bayer, and here in Georgia by Darling Ingredients Incorporated. Our third high individual is Mahitha Vareen from the Cambridge FFA chapter. In second place is Michael Howard of the Jackson Empower FFA chapter. And the state high individual for the 2022 Agricultural Communications Career Development event is Sydney Rooks of the Cambridge FFA chapter. In team competition, in third place is the Jackson Empower FFA chapter. The second place team is from the Madison County FFA chapter. And the 2022 state-winning Agricultural Communications team is the Cambridge FFA chapter. The Agricultural Sales Career Development event is sponsored by Bayer, NAU Country Insurance, Nutrient Ag Solution, and Syngenta on the national level, and by the Georgia FFA Foundation on the state level. In individual competition, the third place individual is Tara Beth Looney of the Gordon Lee FFA chapter. Our second place individual is Benjamin Cruz of the Pierce County FFA chapter. And the high scoring individual at the state level is Kenzie Cooper of the West Lawrence FFA chapter. In team competition, our third place team is the Cambridge FFA chapter. The second place team is the Gordon Lee FFA chapter. And the 2022 state-winning agricultural sales team is the West Lawrence FFA chapter. The Agricultural Technology and Equipment ID CDE is sponsored on the state level by the Georgia FFA Foundation. The third place individual is Jed Roundtree of the Cook County FFA chapter. Placing second is Xander McCaffrey of the Wayne County FFA chapter. And Georgia's high-scoring individual is Levi Layton of the Central of Carroll Middle FFA chapter. In team competition, the third place team is from the Malcolm Bridge FFA chapter. Second place goes to the Bainbridge FFA chapter. And the 2022 state-winning team in the Agricultural Technology and Equipment ID Career Development event is the Bleckley County FFA chapter. The Agricultural Technology and Mechanical Systems Career Development event is sponsored on the national level by Association of Equipment Manufacturers, Caterpillar, Darling Ingredients, Firestone Agricultural Solutions, and the U.S. Poultry and Egg Association, and on the state level by AGCO. The third place individual is Gavin Ragland of the Colquitt County FFA chapter. Placing second is Robert Bass of the Colquitt County FFA chapter. And Georgia's high-scoring agricultural mechanics individual is Andrew Itzen of the Bleckley County FFA chapter. In team competition, the third place team is from the Colquitt County FFA chapter. Second place goes to the Bleckley County FFA chapter. And the 2022 state-winning team in the Agricultural Mechanics Career Development event is the Banks County FFA chapter. The Dairy Cattle Evaluation Career Development event is sponsored on the national level by Allflex USA Incorporated and on the state level by the Georgia FFA Foundation and Frankie Forbata. In the senior division, our third place individual is Olivia Vanderwalt of the Lee County FFA chapter. The second place individual is Jackson Griffith of the Houston County FFA chapter. And the state high-scoring individual from the Central of Carroll FFA chapter is Charlie Causey. In team competition, our third place team is from the Gilmer County FFA chapter. Second place goes to the White County FFA chapter. And the state-winning team in the Dairy Evaluation Career Development event is the Houston County FFA chapter. In the Dairy Cattle Evaluation CDE Junior Division, our awards are sponsored on the state level by Frank and Peggy Farbatka in honor of William C. Quick. The third place individual is Tara Sutherland of the Lafayette Middle FFA chapter. Our second place individual is Taylor Evans of the Elbert County FFA chapter. And the high scoring individual is Charles Norman of the Gilmer County FFA chapter. In team competition, the third place team is from the Pierce County FFA chapter. In second place is the team from the Gilmer County FFA chapter. And the state-winning junior dairy evaluation team is the team from the White County FFA chapter. The Employment Skills Leadership Development event is sponsored by Bayer, NAU Country Insurance Company, Syngenta, and the U.S. Poultry and Egg Association nationally, and by Parish Construction Group here in Georgia. Our third place winner is Emmanuel Fakunle of the Newton College and Career Academy FFA chapter. In second place from the Pelham FFA chapter is Jacob Harper. And the state winner in the Employment Skills LDE is Chloe Palk of the Irwin County FFA chapter. In the senior division of Environmental and Natural Resources Career Development event, our sponsors are USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service and Wrangler on the national level, and the Harley Langdale Jr. Foundation here in Georgia. The third place individual is Draven Bennett of the Mary Persons FFA chapter. In second place is Nix Winchester of the Mary Persons FFA chapter. And our state high individual is Thomas Davis of the Banks County FFA chapter. In the team competition, the third place team is from the Tiff County FFA chapter. Our second place team is the Banks County FFA chapter. And the state winning team in the Environmental and Natural Resources CDE is the Mary Persons FFA chapter. In the junior division of the Environmental and Natural Resources CDE, awards are sponsored on the state level by Mr. Bill Lott. Our third place individual is Landon Scott of the Appling County FFA chapter. In second place is Lola Talton of the Mary Persons FFA chapter. And our state high individual is Abe Colbreth of the Tiff County FFA chapter. In team competition, the third place team is from the Appling County FFA chapter. Our second place team is the Mary Persons FFA chapter. And our state winning team in the Environmental and Natural Resources CDE is the Banks County FFA chapter. And finally, in the Farm and Agribusiness Management CDE is sponsored by John Deere, Bayer, and NAU Country Insurance Company on the national level and by the Georgia Development Authority on the state level. In the high individual competition, our third place high individual is Michael Howard of the Jackson Empower FFA chapter. In second place is Preston Prater of the Perry FFA chapter. And the state high-scoring individual is Luke Nichols of the Berrien County FFA chapter. In team competition, the third place team is from the Cambridge FFA chapter. Our second place team is Perry FFA. And our state winning team in the Farm and Agribusiness Management CDE is from the Oconee County FFA chapter.
Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince is a story filled with plot twists and tragic endings. During this film, Harry discovers that his textbook is filled with handwritten notes created by the Half-Blood Prince, or as most of us know him, Professor Snape. When creating potions, Harry was able to follow these handwritten explanations, which explained the textbook in much further detail. This attention to detail made it to where Harry was able to work above and beyond what he thought was possible. Our Middle School Record Book Award recipients have worked above and beyond in recording their supervised agriculture experiences. They have kept a very accurate and detailed record of everything they've done throughout their year and continue to build on it throughout their SAE. There's 9 different categories, and these range from livestock to power structure and technical systems. These middle school members have gone above and beyond what they thought was possible. And now let's watch as these members find out their placings. Let's meet our 2022 Middle School Record Book Award recipients.
In the middle school record book competition, each of these students has been named an area winner in their respective categories, and this morning we will announce the state winners. Our area winners will receive a plaque and a $50 cash award, and the state winners earn a plaque and $100. In the livestock middle school record book category, sponsored by Support Georgia Agriculture, our winners are: our Area 1 winner from the Central Middle FFA chapter is Grant Hall. Taking honors in Area 2 is Hannah Morris of the Carver Middle FFA chapter. The Area 3 winner is Ava Lynn Cravey of the Dodge County Middle FFA chapter. Winning Area 4 is Amelia Meadows of the Emmanuel County Institute Middle FFA chapter. The Area 5 winner from the Crisp County Middle FFA chapter is Jarrett Kendrick. And winning Area 6 is Marley Powell of the Jeff Davis Middle FFA chapter. The 2022 state winner in the category of livestock from the Crisp County Middle FFA chapter is Jarrett Kendrick. In the middle school record book category of natural resource systems, sponsored by Support Georgia Agriculture, our Area 1 winner is Grant Madison of the Lafayette Middle FFA chapter. Winning Area 2 is Kelton Buis of the Carver Middle FFA chapter. The Area 3 winner from the Fullington Academy FFA chapter is Joseph Owens. Taking honors in Area 4 is Brittany Harris of the Ebenezer Middle FFA chapter. The Area 5 winner from the 8th Street Middle FFA chapter is Owen Davies. And the Area 6 winner is Daisy Cruz of the Pierce County Middle FFA chapter. The 2022 state winner in the Natural Resource Systems category from the Lafayette Middle FFA chapter is Grant Madison. In the middle school record book category of poultry, sponsored by Georgia Poultry Equipment Company, our Area 1 winner is Lila Skaggs from the Central Middle FFA chapter. Winning Area 2 is Caitlin Smith of the Youth Middle FFA chapter. Our Area 3 winner is Braden Sanders of the Byron Middle FFA chapter. Taking honors in Area 4 is Piper Black of the Screven County Middle FFA chapter. The Area 5 winner is Hayden Masterson of the 8th Street Middle FFA chapter. And the Area 6 winner from the Pierce Middle FFA chapter is Ammons Bennett. The 2022 state winner in the poultry category from the Youth Middle FFA chapter is Caitlin Smith. In the middle school record book category of power structure and technical systems, sponsored by Support Georgia Agriculture, Our Area 1 winner is Peyton Forrester of the Central Middle School FFA chapter. Winning Area 2 is Benjamin Hansen of the Carver Middle FFA chapter. The Area 3 winner from the Fullington Academy FFA chapter is Clay Sangster. Taking honors in Area 4 is Riley Lamb of the Screven County Middle FFA chapter. The Area 5 winner from the C.A. Gray Middle FFA chapter is Levi Hunter. And the Area 6 winner is Zach Lee of the Pierce Middle FFA chapter. The 2022 state winner in the Power Structure and Technical Systems category from the Carver Middle FFA chapter is Benjamin Hansen. And finally, in the Small Specialty Animal Middle School Record Book category, sponsored by Georgia's Ag Tag Sales, our Area 1 winner from the Central Middle FFA chapter is Ian Baldessari. Taking honors in Area 2 is Madeline Glaze of the Youth Middle FFA chapter. The Area 3 winner is Lillian Cordani of the Bonaire Middle FFA chapter. Winning Area 4 is Riley Bittner of the William James Middle FFA chapter. The Area 5 winner from the Crisp County Middle FFA chapter is Kinley Arnett. And winning Area 6 is Riley Thomas of the Pierce County Middle FFA chapter. And the 2022 state winner in the category of Small Specialty Animals from the Crisp County Middle FFA chapter is Kinley Arnett. Congratulations to all of our 2022 middle school record book winners.
My favorite character in the Harry Potter movies is Hermione Granger. I mean, not only is she the first witch in her family, but she just has this enchanting gift with magic. From the beginning, she was able to do any spell faster than those around her. She just has this natural talent for magic. Our next individual could be considered the Hermione Granger of musical talent. Georgia FFA members and guests, please join me in welcoming to the stage some of our Georgia FFA talent.
Hey y'all, my name is Carly Cochran from the Banks County High School FFA chapter, and today I am playing and singing our state song, Georgia on My Mind. Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. I said, Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pines. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly, still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you. I said, Georgia, Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Other arms reach reach out to me. Other eyes smile tenderly. Still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you. Whoa, whoa, Georgia, Georgia. No peace I find. Just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. I said just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind.
Of all the students I've ever met, Erin Allison is the only one that I have secretly wanted to be like when I grow up. Her work ethic has impressed me from the moment I met her as a little baby sixth grader. She knows what she wants in life, and she's not afraid to do the work that it takes to achieve her goals. As ag teachers, it's really common for us to only focus on the achievements of our students. And though Erin is most definitely a high achiever, I think what impresses me the most about her is the fact that she is genuine in all that she says and does. She is the same, whether she is hanging out with her friends and younger FFA members or showing a member of the House of Representatives how to show sheep. Her fellow state officer team will tell you that she doesn't beat around the bush when it comes to much, but she's genuine in her love, and she knows how to find the good in all things. Georgia FFA members, it is a sincere honor to introduce to you your South Region Vice President, Erin Allison, in her retiring address. Enjoy the ride.
Kentucky, and Alligator Point, Florida. These are three of my favorite trips that I have ever been on. I love to travel, and with all the neat people and things you get to see, who wouldn't? While I have loved every trip that I've been on, including life-size Noah's Ark in Kentucky and Old Faithful in Wyoming, I can't wait to start planning some of my own adventures. You see, every trip that I've been on has been planned by someone else. I just got to ride along. But going forward, I hope to start planning some of my own adventures. On my bucket list are places all over the world, from Texas to Greece and so many other destinations. But to get there, I need to get behind the wheel and learn to enjoy the drive. Enjoying the drive happens when we realize our potential. Take that leap of faith and share that joy with others. Now, anyone that knows me could tell you that I used to, and sometimes still do, shake in my boots at just the thought of driving. When I first got my license, I would have rather walked the 20 miles to Walmart than have just gotten behind the wheel. I justified my fear with facts. I know how dangerous driving is. About 77% of car crashes happen within 15 miles of a driver's home. So no trip is too short to be a hazard. And besides, I can't even drive a tractor. How is driving a car going to be any different? I heard story after story about car crashes negatively impacting lives, like Amberly Snyder's. It was January 10th, 2010, when Amberly Snyder's life changed forever.
She was on her way to the Denver Stock Show and Rodeo. As she passed through the town of Sinclair, Wyoming, she took a quick look down at her map. Just 2 seconds later, she looked up and realized that she had drifted into the other lane, and unfortunately, she overcorrected. Her truck rolled off the road, and she was ejected from the vehicle. The accident paralyzed her from the waist down immediately. Things were not looking good for Hamberly. She had her whole life ahead of her, and in an instant, everything changed. But she did not let this keep her in the passenger seat. Instead, she decided to push past her challenge, and in just 4 short months, she was back to riding horses. And today, she even drives a truck with modified hand controls. Amberly's story taught me that we are capable of overcoming any challenge. Are you afraid to try something new today? Maybe you're afraid to try a new CDE, or maybe you're scared to try out for your church's choir. Is that fear because you're afraid to fail? If you're going through this, I'm here to assure you that that is not a reason not to try. Sure, we can mess up, but the real failure would be in not trying at all. The first step in overcoming your challenge is realizing that you have the potential to overcome it. Once I realized that I had the potential to drive, I decided to start practicing. I drove around some empty fields, and one time, I even dared to drive the 1.2 miles to my local Dollar General. While that 1.2 miles was possible and comfortable, anything more than that still scared me. Then one day, my dad and I went hunting. We had seen 3 does and a couple million squirrels when we decided to head out for the day. We walked around the edge of the first food plot, and then the second, and finally we rounded the corner of the muddy path to reveal his white Silverado in all of its glory. There it was, my ticket to lunch, and finally we had made it out. Then Dad said, "You're driving home." I just laughed, thinking he was kidding, but as I tugged off my muck boots, got into the passenger seat, and saw that he was not getting in, I knew that he was being serious. Does this guy know me? Does he expect me to drive 20 miles down a highway to our house when I have barely driven to the dollar store? Thoughts of doubt in myself and of doubt in my dad flooded my mind. I probably sat there for a solid 2 minutes before I built up the courage to scoot into the driver's seat. Dad got in, we both buckled up for dear life. I grabbed the wheel, put it in reverse, and we were on our way. As the speedometer increased, so did my anxiety. My knuckles were white from gripping the steering wheel so tightly. I was sitting straight up on the edge of my seat, and I was shaking just a little bit. As we came down Highway 82, I was swerving all inside the lane, afraid to get too close to one line or the other. But then, we were home, and I had done it. Thanks to my dad's encouragement, I drove home. As we pulled into the driveway, all of my worries and fears were invalidated. I definitely didn't think that I was ready to take the leap from knowing how to drive to actually driving. But my dad knew that I was ready. Sometimes when we're afraid to do something new, the best thing that we can do is just go for it. Find someone who will believe in you, like my dad did for me, and take your leap of faith. Maybe you're scared to go to college away from home. Or maybe you're afraid to speak at your chapter's banquet. But once you take that leap of faith, you will find that you were prepared and find freedom in your new skill. Whatever it is that you're setting out to accomplish, find someone who will encourage you and take your leap of faith. Once I realized that I was not only capable of driving, but that I actually could do it, I decided to start planning some trips. I made my first trip to Stillwater, home of my future school, Oklahoma State University. On January 6, 2021, my mom and I set out to make the 1,044-mile journey out west. I had expected to be doing most of the driving, but after talking to Mom and realizing that she had never driven west of Alabama, I decided to let her do some of the driving. She drove the entirety way out west, starting in her home in Tifton. While she drove, I had the time to sit back and relax. Even though I could drive, I still took comfort in riding. We had an incredible 2 days at OSU, including a fantastic campus tour, an event with other potential students, and of course, some great food. But all too soon, it was time to come home. For the first couple hundred miles, Mom did the driving so that I could rest. We came through Mississippi and Arkansas, of course taking in all the sights and stopping for frequent stretch breaks. Then we got to Alabama. We were so close to Georgia that we could almost taste it. However, at this point, it was getting late, and Mom had been driving for about 10 hours. I knew that this was my time to shine. By taking the wheel, I could give back to my mom for taking me this far. As I drove through Birmingham, I knew that my journey to being able to drive had not just benefited me, but that I could use it to benefit others. I could give back to my mom, who had given me so much. So no matter what your skill set includes, use your skills to help others. Maybe you're talented at baking, so make some cookies for a neighbor. Or maybe you're good at floral design, so make a flower arrangement for your church. Do what you can to make life better for others. The talents God has blessed you with may be yours, but they are not just for you. FFA members, life should not be just a ride, but rather a drive. Take control of your life. Red lights and the things that hold us back will happen, but when that light turns green, take your leap of faith. When you look in the rearview mirror, you'll see people cheering you on. When someone needs a ride, take them to where they need to be. You are capable of overcoming challenges and finding happiness for yourself and others in the things that used to scare you. Don't waste this time sitting in the passenger seat watching as life passes you by. Grab the wheel. Take control. FFA members, enjoy the drive.
Heads Carolina, tails California, somewhere greener, somewhere warmer, up in the mountains, down by the ocean, where it don't matter, long as we're going somewhere together. I've got a quarter. Heads Carolina, tails California.
While your profound love of lambs and Oklahoma State University is unmatched, we love even more how thoughtful and intentional you are in everything you do. Every small gift you give and random check-in you send shows your deep compassion for the people you love. You have an authenticity that has revealed itself in everything that you have carried out this year. Your unfailing honesty and sense of humor was exactly what we needed. Keep sharing your heart with those around you and never forget how cherished you are. Ladies and gentlemen, your South Region State Vice President from the Tift County FFA chapter, Miss Erin Allison.
I don't wanna
have never been more nervous watching a game than when Harry Potter was neck and neck with Draco Malfoy in the Quidditch match against Slytherin and Harry Potter in the Chamber of Secrets. Gryffindor's team took the time to practice and work on their skills before every game. Even when the pressure was on them, they continued to keep their cool, and that won them the Quidditch Cup trophy at least 4 times. The Gryffindor team took advantage of their resources and did what needed to be done to be successful. In fact, some of the Gryffindor team went on to the next level to pursue their dreams in playing Quidditch professionally. As FFA members, we have the privilege of applying to post-secondary scholarships to take some of the pressure away from the stress of college life. These students have taken advantage of their resources and because of their hard work are receiving scholarships to continue to be successful in the college of their choice. They may not be going to school to become a professional seeker, but they are seeking a higher education. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet our 2022 Georgia FFA scholarship recipients.
Each of our students is receiving a scholarship to fund their college career. We are thankful to the sponsors and donors that made this possible. Our first set of scholarships are provided by Ford Trucks of Georgia. They sponsor a $1,000 scholarship to very deserving FFA members that was selected through an intense application process. The scholarship recipients are Derek Brown of the Cedar Shoals FFA chapter, Garrett Carlson of the Tift County FFA chapter, Joshua Carr of the Sonoraville FFA chapter, Ansley Davenport of the Jeff Davis FFA chapter, Myra Paez of the Northwest Whitfield FFA chapter, Stormy Rackley of the Screven County FFA chapter, Caitlin Shields of the Mary Persons FFA chapter, Jonathan Smith of the Stevens County FFA chapter, Michaela Walton of the Jones County FFA chapter, and Tyler Williams of the Early County FFA chapter. Congratulations to the Ford Truck Scholarship winners. Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College and the Georgia FFA Foundation have partnered to create an endowed scholarship for ABAC agricultural education students. Presenting the award is Dr. Andrew Thorin. The scholarship recipient this year is Maddie McDonald. GNR Farms of Glenville, a leader in the Vidalia sweet onion industry, are sponsoring 2 $1,000 scholarships to senior FFA members planning to pursue a career in production agriculture. GNR Farms produces onions, corn, soybeans, peanuts, hay, wheat, rye, pecans, and operates a 1,500 head cow-calf beef herd. They truly believe in the future of agriculture, the agricultural industry. The scholarship recipient is Jenna Williams of the Citizens Christian Academy FFA chapter. Congratulations to our GNR Farm scholarship recipient. Dr. William Flatt and his wife, Dr. Marihope Troutman Flatt, are awarding one high school senior pursuing a degree in agriculture with a $1,000 scholarship. As a former FFA member and state FFA president from Tennessee, Dr. Flatt values and promotes the FFA and agriculture education. The recipient of this scholarship is Larson Kraft of the Hart County FFA chapter. The Atlanta Farmers Club is another proud sponsor of the Georgia FFA Foundation. With us today representing the Atlanta Farmers Club is Mr. John Wilkinson, president of the North Georgia Technical College. Congratulations to Kinsey Cooper of the West Lawrence FFA chapter, the 2022 Atlanta Farmers Club Scholarship recipient. Our next set of scholarships is the James G. Harris Memorial Scholarship. Mr. Harris was involved in agricultural education for 39 years in Forsyth County. We are honored to have Mr. Wilkinson with us this morning to help present the scholarship. The recipients are Madison Kelly of the Arabia Mountain FFA chapter and Aaron Allison of the Tiff County FFA chapter. Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College is a proud supporter of the blue and gold and prides itself on being an educational institute that welcomes state FFA officers. We are pleased to have Lori Haddock from ABAC with us this morning to present the ABAC State FFA Scholarship. Receiving this scholarship is Nate McKinney of the Jackson Empower FFA chapter. Congratulations to these scholarship recipients and good luck to all FFA members seeking higher education. And thank you to all of our scholarship sponsors.
Now, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter has the coolest ways of travel. I mean, these witches and wizards can choose from teleporting through a fireplace, riding on things like a broom, to a magical creature like a hippogriff, or they can just apparate wherever they want. I think if I could apparate anywhere, I would have to pick somewhere with some white sandy beaches and a Dunkin' within walking distance. Now, this next group may not be apparating, but they are hopping on a bus and traveling to our nation's capital this summer. Each year, a group of Georgia FFA members attend the Washington Leadership Conference in Washington, D.C. During their time in D.C., they meet FFA members from across the nation. While at WLC, these students will learn more about our nation's capital and discover ways to become change makers within their communities. We are fortunate to have supporters that supply Georgia FFA members scholarships to go to WLC this summer. Let's meet those recipients.
The Washington Leadership Conference first began in 1969. Each year, Georgia FFA members travel together to our nation's capital to identify their personal strengths, enhance their civic engagement, and develop high-impact community service initiatives. This year's scholarship recipients are receiving the Tommy Bagwell Endowment Scholarships are Ella Ash from the Irwin County FFA chapter, Colleen Barber from the Ware County FFA chapter, Cassidy Barnett from the Washington Wilkes FFA chapter, Liliana Cabines from the Madison County FFA chapter, Skylar Chastain from the Pelham FFA chapter, Peyton Cooper from the North Oconee FFA chapter, and Ella Daniel from the Tiff County FFA chapter. The Corazon WLC Scholarship is designated for students from the Central Region that wish to attend WLC. We are pleased to have Mr. Chris Corazon with us today on behalf of the Corazon family. Recipients are Camille Arnold from the McDonough FFA chapter, Nadia Bauman from the Mary Persons FFA chapter, Adeline Bennett from the Jenkins County FFA chapter, Molly Crabb from the Northside FFA chapter, Brianna Harris from the Effingham College and Career Academy FFA chapter, Hadley Saxon from the Southeast Bullock FFA chapter, Katie Spivey from the Perry FFA chapter, Mallory South from the Upson Lee FFA chapter, Megan Stanley from the Jasper County FFA chapter. Also receiving the Tommy Bagwell Endowment Scholarship, the winners are Emma Duay from the Cambridge FFA chapter, Monica Gomez from the Ware County FFA chapter, Macy Goodman from the Bainbridge FFA chapter, Hunter Holtzclaw from the Madison County FFA chapter, Jocelyn Howard from the Madison County FFA chapter, Madison Lawrence from the Lakeview Fort Oglethorpe FFA chapter, Elias Morales from the Dooley County FFA chapter, receiving the ADM Golden Peanut and Tree Nut Scholarship is Virgil Simmons of the Patala Charter FFA chapter. Receiving the 2018 Area 3 Central Region Rally WLC Scholarship is Gabriela Martinez of LaGrange. Receiving the Georgia Federal State Inspection Supervisor Scholarship is Catherine Cohen of Bainbridge. And receiving the 2018 Newton County Farm Bureau WLC Scholarship is Caitlin Wilbur of Eastside. Also receiving the Tommy Bagwell Endowment Scholarships are Ella Ash from the Irwin FFA chapter, Owen Nichols from the Berrien County FFA chapter, Joni Phillips from the Berrien County FFA chapter, Ansley Powers from the North Murray FFA chapter, Shelby Pruitt from the Jackson Empower FFA chapter, Katie Reynolds from the Calhoun City FFA chapter, and Ansley Weber from the Berrien County FFA chapter. Receiving Georgia FFA alumni scholarships are Kenna Corbett from the Eccles County FFA chapter, Fraser Napick from the Perry FFA chapter, Sydney Rooks from the Cambridge FFA chapter, and Gracie Tucker from the Ben Hill FFA chapter. And finally, receiving the Warren Wilkinson Memorial Scholarships are Kerrigan Craig from the Stevens County FFA chapter and Emma Dean from the Stevens County FFA chapter. We are thankful to have John Wilkinson with us as well. Congratulations to all 40 of our WLC scholarship recipients.
Although Harry Potter didn't grow up with parents, he was always able to find community throughout his time at Hogwarts. Whether he was hiding from Voldemort or needed someone to save him from his crazy aunt and uncle, he was always able to find family and those around him. His family came from his professors that looked after him, his friends that encouraged him, and his extended family that treated him like their own. Our next group of individuals have been behind the stage supporting us during our year of service. Our advisors and school administrators have poured into us as well as countless others before. They have spent the many hours after school helping us with proficiencies and showed us the value of servant leadership. They have made us a part of their family. Georgia FFA members and guests, please join me in welcoming to the stage our agricultural education teachers and school administrators as we honor them this morning.
It is always a great day to be a member of the Raider Nation. At West Lawrence High School, teachers and staff go above and beyond to provide rigor, relevance, and relationships to every student every day. It is my honor to introduce to you the people who have supported me throughout my year of service. West Lawrence High School agricultural educator, Ms. Casey Jackson, and Mr. Kyle Harris. Former West Lawrence High School agricultural educator and current Young Farmer Advisor, Mr. Travis Walker. Former West Lawrence Middle School agricultural educator, Ms. Hope Carter, and Lawrence County CTIE Director, Mr. Randy Gay. Georgia FFA, it is an honor to present the Lawrence County School System with this plaque as a token of my appreciation for their support throughout the last year.
It is a great day to be in Arabia Mountain Ram. At Arabia Mountain, we are devoted to raising academically motivated students. And because of these wonderful ladies on stage with me today, I have been raised into the motivated student I am today. It is an honor for me to introduce Ms. Dejanay Hooks, former student teacher at Arabia Mountain and current advisor at McDonough FFA, and my advisor, Ms. Sabrina Davis, the Arabia Mountain FFA advisor. Georgia FFA, it is an honor to present on behalf of the Georgia FFA a plaque to the Arabia Mountain School System for their support in my year of service.
Tift County FFA is blessed to have each one of these individuals supporting us every day. Thank you all for making my peers and I better today than yesterday. It's an honor to introduce you to my advisors, Mr. Carl Nichols, Ashley Thorin, Heath Cross, former advisors, Jimmy Cargill, Brittany Schwing, 8th Street Middle School advisors, Eve Rogers, Beth Golden, my CTA director, Dr. Fred Rayfield, principal, Dr. Chad Stone, and finally, my school system superintendent, Dr. Adam Hathaway. It's a privilege to present them with a plaque, thanking them for supporting me during my year of service.
Wildcat. Locust Grove was built 13 years ago on a pride that runs through all of us who represent the royal blue. Thank you all for pouring into me as well as countless other Wildcats before. Georgia FFA, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Miss Brianna Berry, former ag teacher, Mr. Bodie O'Neill, ag teacher at Locust Grove High School, and Miss Abby Brown, ag teacher at Locust Grove High School. And it is an honor to present this plaque to Locust Grove High School for supporting me during my year of service.
It is a great day to be a Pelham Hornet. At Pelham City Charter Schools, we are committed to educational excellence every day in every way. It is an honor to have with me this morning my advisors, Mr. Justin Seeley and Miss Laura Williford, and my former advisor, Mr. Will Burt, and bestow upon them a plaque for all of their love and sacrifices they've made for me during my year of service.
It is always a good day to be an East Jackson Eagle, but especially today as I'm honored to recognize the individuals that have invested into myself and countless other students across our state. I am grateful for their leadership and service to East Jackson and the Jackson County school system. Georgia FFA, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Jackson Empower FFA advisors, Mr. Micah Story, Mr. Greg Gilman, and Mr. Anthony Brooks. Former East Jackson Middle School FFA advisor, Ms. Kate Wilson. Former East Jackson High School FFA advisor, Mr. Felipe Pedraza. Jackson County Young Farmer teacher, Dr. Josh Whitworth. Jackson County CTA director, Mr. Todd Schultz. And the Jackson County superintendent, Dr. April Howard. It is my honor to present this plaque to the Jackson County school system for their support during my year of service. Thank y'all.
FFA members, Our advisors and school administrators have poured into us during our FFA journey and continue to do so. But they are not the only ones. As you go back to your chapter, remember to thank the people that have poured into you. Show some love to your advisor, say thank you to your school administrator, and send a thank you letter to someone who has impacted you. Your FFA journey was built on the community that they made for you. If all advisors and school administrators here with us this morning could please stand. FFA members, let's give them one big round of applause. As an upperclassman at Hogwarts, the headmaster chooses 2 students to represent their entire class as head boy and head girl. These students are chosen because of their outstanding reputations and good, honest, and hardworking personalities. They are responsible for guiding the rest of their school and setting an example that all of us should strive for. They tend to be the overachievers in their class and are very meticulous in their studies. They set a standard that every witch and wizard should aspire to meet. Our next group of finalists have spent many months developing an outstanding reputation in their supervised agricultural experiences. With 45 content categories, the Proficiency Award represents diverse aspects of the agricultural industry. These students have developed specialized skills through hands-on experiences that they will take on to their future careers in the agricultural industry. The winners of these proficiency finalists will go on to represent the state of Georgia on the national level. Our proficiency finalists have worked hours upon hours developing their skills and developing their SAEs. They have taken every opportunity to become the top person in their area. These students have worked the hours and developed these skills through hands-on experiences that have specialized their expertise working in the field. All of these students have gathered research, conducted experiments, and found the best ways to focus their projects. We are here today to showcase their achievements in their SAEs and their dedication toward their projects. And now today we get to watch the live results as these students find out their placings. Let's meet our 2022 Proficiency Award finalists.
FFA members can find success and opportunities tailored to their interests in agriculture through their supervised agricultural experience programs. SAEs help students learn about the agricultural industry, gain financial understanding and resources through fiscal management, and often provide the experience of a lifetime. FFA members take what they learn and gain in the classroom and apply it to their programs through the support and guidance of their FFA advisors. All across our state and nation, FFA members excel in their SAEs. Let's take a closer look at the Georgia FFA members that have been awarded nationally for their hard work and excellence in their Supervised Agricultural Experience program. Cassie Carter works for Trophy Taker Taxidermy. She washes the animal hides, dries them, and applies the preservative to each part of the hide. Cassie sews up any noticeable holes to ensure a good-looking final product. She said her greatest challenge was learning to mount a deer. Cassie is a member of the Habersham Central FFA chapter, and her advisors are Amy Crump, Aaron Newton, and Willie Crump. Devin Boyer works at Broad River Blooms, which is a 6,000 plant dahlia farm. The dahlia blooms are harvested and sold to florists. His daily responsibilities include walking the field to ensure the plants are growing straight and correctly, checking for rot and disease, and inspecting the irrigation system. He is a member of the Franklin County High FFA chapter, and his advisors are Cale Watkins, Taylor Brown, and Trey Harris. Brady Walker works at Dacia Farms, growing 850 acres of peanuts and 1,200 acres of cotton. His duties include harrowing, planting, spreading fertilizer and land plaster in the spring. During summers, Brady works full-time scouting crops, spraying crops, and mowing between fields. He is a member of the Tift County FFA chapter, and his advisors are Carl Nichols, Lynn Cook, Brittany Schwing, Heath Cross, and Ashley Theron. Wyndon War works for Southeast Forest Industries Incorporated. They actively manage 60,000 acres across Georgia, Florida, and Alabama. He's learned how to manage, mark, and cut timber. Once he loads the timber on the trucks, it is sent to a mill. In the winter, Wyndon makes preparations for the planting of new trees. He is a member of the Early County FFA chapter, and his advisors are Lisa Murphy and David Wolf. Luke Hendricks works for 8th Day Farms, a pecan farm his family started in 2011. The farm has 1,100 trees and grows 5 pecan cultivars. Luke is involved in each production stage, including pest management, equipment operation and maintenance, harvesting, and marketing. He is a member of the Wayne County FFA chapter, and his advisors are Michael Kirkland, Reggie Beasley, Cole Madre, and Nick Hodges. Matt Malcolm works on his family's 100-acre nursery, where he grows 40 varieties of ornamental trees. His duties include planting, spraying herbicide, pruning, setting up irrigation systems, cleaning underbrush, and harvesting. The trees that Matt raises are sold to landscape professionals and some homeowners. He is a member of the Morgan County High FFA chapter, and his advisors are Rachel Kinsall and Brianna Stoops. Eli Halford works on his family's poultry farm. The operation consists of 8 poultry houses, and he helps produce more than 200,000 birds per flock each year. Eli is responsible for biosecurity, feed management, environmental management, and animal health care. He is a member of the Franklin County High School FFA chapter, and his advisors are Taylor Brown, Hale Watkins, and Trey Harris. If you haven't begun your own SAE, it's not too late. There are countless opportunities that are tailored to your interests and passions. Talk to your FFA advisor to help you get started with this exciting opportunity.
Let's meet our proficiency winners.
This morning, all of our third place proficiency winners will receive a plaque and $25. Our second place winners will be receiving a plaque and $50, and our state winners will each receive a plaque, $100 cash, and $500 travel money to attend the 95th National FFA Convention in Indianapolis this October. The advisor of our state winners will also receive a $100 cash award. In the area of agricultural communications, our awards are sponsored by Bader Rudder and Associates and Red Brand on the national level and by Gunnar Hartley on the state level. In third place is Riot Sewell from the Newton College and Career Academy FFA chapter. Placing second is Jack Lingenfelter from the Coffee County FFA chapter. And our 2022 state winner in the Agricultural Communications Proficiency area is Madison Henderson from the Harris County FFA chapter. In the area of agricultural education, our awards are sponsored on the national level by CHS and Harris Products Group, a Lincoln Electric company, and on the state level by the One Less Thing. We are pleased to have Alicia Tomlinson on behalf of the One Less Thing joining us this morning. In third place, Riley Hanna of the Eastside FFA chapter. Our second place winner is Brianna Sumner of the Tift County FFA chapter. And our 2022 state winner from the Islands FFA chapter is Peyton Corsi. In the area of agricultural mechanics design and fabrication, the awards are sponsored on the national level by Carry On Trailer and Lincoln Electric and Harris Products Group, and in Georgia by Carry On Trailers. Placing third is Elias Dietrich from the Newton College and Career Academy FFA chapter. Our second place winner is William Chestnut from the Wayne County FFA chapter. And the 2022 state winner from the Toombs County FFA chapter is Dakota Knight. The Agricultural Mechanics Repair and Maintenance Entrepreneurship Proficiency is sponsored nationally by Tractor Supply and Kubota Tractor Corporation, and on the state level by Kubota Industrial Equipment. Joining us today is Dan Ferris. Placing third is Fisher Hopkins from the Rutland FFA chapter. The state runner-up is Luke Lott of the Coffee County FFA chapter. And the 2022 state winner is James Hancock from the Madison County FFA chapter. The Agricultural Mechanics Repair and Maintenance Placement Proficiency is sponsored nationally by John Deere and on the state level by Support Georgia Agriculture. In third place is John Rayleigh from the Glasscock County FFA chapter. Our second place winner is Cass Pickering from the Pelham FFA chapter. And the 2022 state winner from the Eastside FFA chapter is Alex Massey. The Agricultural Processing Proficiency Area is sponsored on the national level by the National FFA Foundation and National FFA Organization, and in Georgia by Georgia Metals. We are pleased to have Mr. Byron Lee of Georgia Metals with us today. Our third place winner is Eliza Jane Glover of the White County FFA chapter. In second place, from the Fullington Academy FFA chapter is Ava Greer. And the 2022 state winner in agricultural processing is Josh Hostler from the Lee County FFA chapter. In the area of agricultural sales entrepreneurship, our awards are sponsored nationally by the Nutrient Ag Solutions and Valent USA Corporation, and on the state level by Walton EMC. Representing Walton EMC is Savannah Chandler. Our third place winner is Caroline Martin of the West Lawrence FFA chapter. The second place winner from the Berrien County FFA chapter is Narciso Salcedo Cervantes. And the 2022 state winner is Grace Minyard from the Franklin County FFA chapter. In the area of agricultural sales placement, our awards are sponsored on the national level by Fastenal, Cargill, and Wilbur Ellis Company, and in Georgia by Birdsong Peanuts. With us on behalf of Birdsong Peanuts is Jay Scott. Taking home third place honors is Jacob Bearden of the Troup County FFA chapter. In second place, from the Brantley County FFA chapter is Jude West. And the 2022 state winner in the agricultural sales placement proficiency area is Clark Carroll of the Morgan County FFA chapter. The agricultural services proficiency area is sponsored on the national level by Helena Agri Enterprises and on the state level by TJS Deemer Dana LLP. In third place is McKenna Nettles of the Perry FFA chapter. Our second place award winner is Bryson Bartlett from the White County FFA chapter. And the 2022 state winner in agricultural services is Garrett Carlson from the Tift County FFA chapter. In the area of agri-science research animal systems, our awards are sponsored on the national level by Zoetis and on the state level by the Georgia FFA Foundation. Placing third is Dixie Lynn Miller of the Warner Robins FFA chapter. The second place winner from the Pierce County FFA chapter is John Keller. And the 2022 state winner from the Franklin County FFA chapter is Alexander Turner. In the area of agri-science research integrated systems, our awards are sponsored by the National FFA Foundation and National FFA Organization on the national level, and by Georgia's Ag Tag sales on the state level. In third place is Derek Brown of the Cedar Shoals FFA chapter. The second place winner from the Lowndes County FFA chapter is Britton Davis. And the 2022 state winner from the Franklin County FFA chapter is Canyon Randall. And finally, the Agri-Science Research Plant Systems Proficiency Area is sponsored nationally by the National FFA Foundation and National FFA Organization, and on the state level by the Georgia FFA Foundation. In third place is Morris Chester of the Warner Robins FFA chapter. In second place is Rhett Harris of the Piedmont Academy FFA chapter. And the 2022 state winner is Kalia Scott from the Rome FFA chapter. Congratulations to all of our 2022 State Proficiency Award winners for their outstanding achievements. And thank you to our generous sponsors for your support. Best of luck to everyone who will be competing on the national level in October.
FFA members, it has been a magical morning recognizing some remarkable members during this session. Remember that you are the chosen one, and your commitment to this organization will continue to impact those around you. Use your extraordinary gifts to shape your future moving forward. Lead a magical life. Don't forget to use your mobile devices to tune into the convention mobile app. It is there for you to check in on things from upcoming sessions to any other details you would like to find out about this weekend. And be back in your seats for the 4th general session of the 94th Georgia State FFA Convention, where we will hear the retiring address of your South Region State Vice President, Jacob Harper. We are also going to recognize some newly chartered chapters, as well as some more CDE LD winners and Proficiency finalists. We are also going to be holding our first delegate business session. Surge, a powerful movement forward. Since 1929, Georgia FFA members have been surging toward new heights. By turning our passions into power, we can make an electric impact in our homes, schools, communities, and this world. We surge toward success, surge toward a brighter tomorrow, and now, more than ever, we must surge together. Together we can make a positive difference in the lives of those around us. Together we can become the next generation of leaders who will change this world. Together, we surge. And now let me welcome back to the podium your state president, Nate McKinney, for closing ceremonies.
Madam Secretary, do you have a record of any further business which should now be transacted?
All delegates need to be in their chairs on the floor for the next general session.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should now properly come before this session? We are about to adjourn this third session of the 94th Georgia FFA Convention. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, please join me in a salute to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I now declare this session adjourned.
Tell me, is this thing on now? I've been working long like a marathon now. Tying up words, making them a bomb now. Tell me, who turned on the alarm now? I got a message when they put it in a song now. I'll see you later, all the haters got it wrong now. We're touching the lightning, we're coming alive, yeah. We're feeling inside, yeah. We got the power. Everybody with me.